Welcome back to the Mapped walkthrough. I want to now talk about our med schools list. Med schools and building a school list is something that stresses a lot of students out. If you go to certain places on the internet, they say the med school list is the most important part of an application. And that's kind of true because it's important to do the research and pick the right schools to apply to. And so you get to the med schools list by clicking on the med schools tab on the left, and you get taken to our familiar layout here again. And I can add my favorite med schools by clicking here. And you can filter by state right now, or you can search. And let's search for Florida because, hey, I love Florida. Or you know what? I'm just going to filter by state because I don't know if doing a keyword search of Florida is going to catch everything. So here is my list of all of the schools in Florida, and you can see that there's more than 10 of them right now. And as we continue to build our database, we're going to add more schools outside of the US as well. So we can come in here and click on each of the schools and get a little bit of information. Now, the first thing I want to say is that we are not going to try to replace the MSAR. The MSAR has its place, and the information that they can get for MSAR is probably always going to be a little bit more specific than we'll be able to get, but our hope is to be as robust as possible. If we can get close to the MSAR, great. If not, then it's just what we can get. So you can see that we have as much information as possible here to pull in this information into Mapped. The values of the school, the mission statement of the school, social media links. We have the type of institution it is, whether it's public or private, class size, any dual degree options they potentially have. And then right now we're linking out to my medical school headquarters secondary essay database. But in the future, the secondary essays will be in here as well. And you can see our database still needs to be updated because we're running a little behind here on the application season. So you can bookmark or add this to your favorites. And I can add some notes to say, hey, FAU has this specific program. And now I can start keeping track of everything right in here. And I can go back to my schools now, and you can see that FAU is in my school list, and there's a note about why I'm interested in it. I can remove it from my school list here if I want. So again, I'll click this button, and let's look at Colorado. Let's look at University of Colorado, where I'm on faculty. So again, I can bookmark this and add a note. We should probably be able to add a note without that bookmark. I'll send that note to the developers about notes. So I can add my list there, my notes there, and again, you can see some information here. So that's the school list. You can go through and add as many schools as you want to MD or DO, as much as you want, and start building that school list. In the future, our hope our plans are that as you add schools, again, we'll be able to look at their specific requirements, both for letters of recommendations, residency status, prereqs, and start to give you feedback on those. To say, hey, you just added, right? Let's look at this one here. You just added University of Alabama at Birmingham on your school list, but you're a Florida resident and they don't accept many out-of-state students. So you can keep them on your list if you want, or you can take them off to start to help students understand the power of the school list.